Now, the world of Breath of the Wild is one of the best ever seen in the Zelda game. It is filled with mystery and things to discover. However, there are a couple of locations in the game that hold unbelievable power that cannot be explained. For example, the Lost Woods. This place cannot be beaten. You need to follow its rules or you will get nowhere. And another location like this is also found in the Gerudo Desert. And it isn't some magic forest or something. No, I'm actually talking about Gerudo Town. A very simple village in the middle of the desert that has a bit of a sexist policy. Men cannot enter. And so if you try to sneak in, you will get kicked out. And the only way you can enter is by using a disguise. But is there another way? Can you actually sneak inside somehow? And what happens if you do? Well, today we will look into all of this. So let's dive right in. Now, when Breath of the Wild starts, which is after you finally did everything you needed to do on the Great Plateau, you are allowed to explore the world. And while most people head to Kakariko Village or Zora's Domain, at some point they will go to the Gerudo Desert, where they will run into problems really quickly due to the heat, but also something else. They can't go into Gerudo Town, where they actually need to be for the main quest. Now, this is the main settlement of the Gerudo Desert and the Gerudo people, but only women are allowed to enter. Now, I don't actually know why they don't allow them, but it is a thing. And yes, I know there's some sort of reason for it story-wise, but it doesn't really make sense in my opinion. Especially in a game where the Gerudo aren't enemies, but actually allies of the Hyrulean Kingdom! But anyway, if you try to enter Gerudo Town, the guards will not let you in, and so you have to come up with a solution, and that one is quite simple, luckily enough. You must complete the Forbidden City entry main quest before you can actually get into town. It's a very simple quest where you just pay somebody money, basically, and then you get a new outfit, allowing you to disguise yourself as a woman while wearing that new Gerudo set. However, some players tried their hardest to get in without doing this quest or using this special disguise. It is quite expensive after all. And so they tried to climb the walls from all sides, which obviously didn't work, and so they came up with a more advanced technique, which is known as wind bombing, which allows players to fly far and very fast with the paraglider. Now, this is done by dropping remote bombs behind you one after the other while in bullet time, and then you detonate the first one to catapult the second directly into Link, rocketing him away at high speed. This is used a lot in speedruns of Breath of the Wild, and with it you can do some absolutely bonkers badonker stuff. So I understand why people tried this, because using this you can even travel so fast that the game almost crashes. But in the end it didn't work. You will be stopped mid-air and are caught by the guards and are kicked out of town. So this was another failure. And even if you use other speedrunning techniques that take you up even higher, like the flying machine trick, which is also freaking cool, you still get caught. So what about using brute force to get inside? You could, for example, take a big item, hit it with stasis, and use it to catapult you into town, or at least past the guards. But once again, this didn't work, because as soon as you get up, the guards will catch you and throw you out of town once again. However, at this point, people online tried something odd that actually worked. Well, kind of, to be honest. You would need to create a campfire in front of the entrance to Gerudo Town. As soon as that was done, you had to wait at the campfire while looking straight up with the game's camera. Now, as soon as you were in control once again, you had to walk inside of Gerudo Town while keeping the camera in an upward position. And if you did this correctly, you could actually get inside. But within no time, the game would notice what happened, and so you would be arrested. So while you could use this trick to talk to Ryu, who's in the back of Gerudo Town, you couldn't really do much else with it. So was this the end? Was it really this hard to find a way to get inside without a disguise? I mean, is it even possible? It seems like the whole town is surrounded by a force field that stops Link from entering without the proper outfit. Well, there is one other method that is incredibly promising to say the least, and it was found while trying to beat a minigame. A user named The Cactus Plant posted a video explaining that they wanted to try and make it all the way to Eventide Island from Ridgeland Tower while playing the paraglide minigame, and he used a glitch known as wind bombing which we already discussed in this video. And by using this trick, he made it all the way to the island, which took about 16 minutes. And as you can imagine, this bugged the game a bit. But by using this same trick, he was able to do something else. Enter Gerudo Town without a disguise. All you have to do is start from Gerudo Tower, which is 1 quadrant away. This is really important for the trick, because doing this means that Gerudo Town and its contents, including the guards, aren't already loaded in when you start gliding. And that makes a big difference, because as I've mentioned before, people did try to do this exact thing without being in a different quadrant. Now when you're set up, you drop to a cliff nearby the tower and reset, and then using a combination of wind bombing and glider resetting while maintaining a low distance, you go towards Gerudo Town. And doing this, you can actually get inside of Gerudo Town, and you can even reach Ryu. And so you can wear whatever you want in that cutscene, like Ravio's hood, which this user chose to do. So amazing! You can actually enter Gerudo Town and walk around without actually obtaining the special disguise, right? Well, yes and no. In a lot of ways, this method is very similar to the campfire trick we talked about earlier in this video. Sure, you can enter Gerudo Town and even walk around for a bit, and you will get a lot further than any other method I've mentioned, but sadly enough, when the game finally catches up and everything in the town properly loads, you will be thrown out. Although it does seem like this trick will help you enough that you can do everything you need to do for the main quest. But nothing else really. You can't go shopping or do any side quests in town because you will get caught within 10 seconds or so. So while there are ways you can actually get inside of this all-female desert oasis, you can't hang around forever. The best you can do is get through a cutscene or talk to 1 or 2 NPCs, and at that point your mouth will get filled with a shovel load of sand because you were thrown out head first. However, it does show off the power of glitches and speedrunning tricks in Breath of the Wild. And believe me, this isn't even the most crazy thing out there. And certainly not the only rumor going around on the internet. For example, the Wario boss from Super Mario 64. And whether you can trick a Lionel into trusting you. And you can watch those by clicking on the screen right now, or in the upper right corner. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this crazy, silly video. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell button, tell me in the comments what flavor of Ben & Jerry ice cream you want to see on the next episode. And no Chunky Monkey, please. No To Catch a Predator references. Yeah, that was kind of the shtick. If you have any video ideas, leave them below. Okay, cool. Bye, kisses, mwah, good luck.